What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Dream Right Go. Remember to like and subscribe. This is DWG. Let's get it. Today, I'm going to be diving into AI, how and why. I'm going to let it help me with my story writing. I'm sitting here sipping on my Loco Moco Cocoa coffee inside of my PlayStation cup. Before I answer that question, there is something that really bothers me. This is something that I need to get off my chest. I often see people online calling other people who are worried about AI as being hostile or toxic against AI. These people are not hostile and they are not toxic, at least not in my opinion. They are simply afraid, and they have every reason to be afraid. AI is going to disrupt a whole lot of industries. It's going to disrupt a whole lot of jobs. It's happening right now. And some of these people just don't have the skills to quickly adapt to the change that is happening. So we should be way more understanding and way more respectful of their concerns and not dismissive or insulting. That's not going to play here. Which brings me to my writing challenges. I've always wanted to write stories. I've had all these crazy ideas for stories that I never could get them done. Around 1999, I started writing down my stories ideas, hoping that one day I could actually write a novel or maybe even a film or a TV show. I mean, who knows? Shoot for the stars, right? But deep down inside, I kind of knew I would never get it done because I have some challenges that makes writing difficult for me. I have a mild form of dyslexia and I struggle with a little bit of ADHD. I never could read a whole novel, so audiobooks were an absolute blessing to me. This means that I have a lot of creative ideas and stories, but I have trouble focusing and organizing them into a coherent narrative. I often lose my motivation, interest after writing a few summaries or a chapter. I also find it hard to write dialogue for characters and their interactions that sound natural and engaging. So what was my first solution? My first solution was to hire some ghostwriters, but that came with its own problems. First of all, ghostwriters are expensive and rightfully so. They provide a valuable service and they deserve to be paid well for the work that they do. But sadly, I can only afford to pay them in small installments, and that cost added up quickly. Second, since I was using more affordable ghostwriters, I had some bad experiences with them. Many of them literally ghosted me, leaving me with half-finished stories and no idea if they were ever coming back. I felt very frustrated, very disappointed, and I put my story ideas on hold. Some of them I outright deleted. I know that was a dumb move, I know. But then something changed. After I started this channel, Dream Right Go, I had seen a popular YouTuber creating Star Wars stories using AI, and I was amazed with the results. A friend of mine that right here on the platform asked me if I was going to use AI to help me with programming a game that I'm working on inside of the Godot game engine, and I had told him no. See, at that time, I really wasn't with the whole AI. I didn't like the idea of the disruption and the people that were going to be losing their jobs and some of the crazy things that AI can do. I mean, they'll get up on there and be like, who needs Blender anymore? Here comes AI. Who needs this anymore? Here comes AI. Can you actually still maintain your creativity? And this is where a lot of that fear comes from, because I think about the artists that are out there. I think about the different people who have put all these years and skills into these things. And for one day for us just to be able to click a button and create a game, I don't know if I actually like that. I like the idea of having to grind to make that game happen. I like the idea of having to grind to make your stories happen. But at the same time, I think about it and I'm like, wow, well, AI, it can help you get through those rough spots, especially if you're a person like me with the whole, mild dyslexia and all that other stuff. But here's the thing, that when you go out to look for help for almost anything, you run into a lot of brick walls and you're like, how do I make this happen? And then you're trying to find the forums, you're asking people, but you're not getting those solutions. Where in the AI thing is that you can go and type in what are the process, what's the steps to do X, Y, and Z, and the AI just answers you, or it searches up the best answer as far as I know and gets you that answer, and you can just move on without having to go all over Robin Hood's barn to try to find an answer. I really don't know how to really break this down and say, is it a good, is it a bad? I think in some cases it's a wonderful thing, and I think in other cases it's a horrible thing. But let me get back to my whole solution. So I realized that AI might be the solution to my writing problems. Plus, AI is not going anywhere, so I might as well let it help me write my story. I went out and found a free basic AI tool to get my feet wet, and then I started searching around for other AI tools, I found a writing platform and I also found an AI platform. Now, I still don't know a whole lot about AI. I'm learning as I go along, and that's what I'm going to be doing on this channel along with my gaming stuff. I want to document what I'm learning and how I'm going about it. One thing I can say that's really positive about AI right now is that it's like having a brainstorming partner who is always available, always responsive, always supportive. It's like having that behind the scenes ghostwriter who won't ghost me. So without further ado, I want to show you a list of the things that I'm going to be using to make this happen for me. I found this writing environment that I absolutely love, and it's called Novel Crafter. I also found an AI platform that seems absolutely cool. I found it through Novel Crafter, and that's called Open Router AI. I also am using an image software called Playground and Canva. When it comes to the Office suite, I'm going to be using LibreOffice. I'm sure I'll come across other platforms and whatnot, but this is what I'm going with right now. I also need to add anybody out there that comes to my channel for gaming type content, as far as Godot and whatnot, I am still making those. In fact, some of my story ideas are for small games that I plan on making inside of Godot. So this ought to be real fun. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe and get down with Dream Right Go. Peace.